there's no doubt that the MRA has directly contributed to the increase in market share over the last 20 years. To go from 3% to the teens where we are today, a lot of that is due to the millions of dollars that the MRA has spent to educate homeowners and consumers. And the more contribution, the more support we get from all those in the industry that are supplying metal roofing, the more money we have to promote metal roofing, and we all benefit from it. So I think that's the message I would say to any manufacturer that's involved in the metal roofing business. Come join the MRA because our monies are put to good use, and you will benefit from it as well.
I think from a manufacturer standpoint, being able to get out there and continue to promote the education to the homeowners, it benefits everybody in the industry. In order for the industry to continue to grow like it has, we need to continue to be on the forefront of educating individuals to the benefits of metal roofing.
I would tell others to join the MRA because the same reasons that we did, okay? As a company, an association that gets together that has a focus on, in this case, metal roofing for residential homes, and having a group of companies working in the same direction to develop that market benefits everybody.
You know, the Metal Roofing Alliance is a real professional group of colleagues. Yes, we may be competing with each other, but we have become friends with each other, and we realize that our competition is other types of roofing materials. It's not each other. That the Metal Roofing Alliance is a place where you can reliably invest your money, create that consumer interest, get those consumer leads out to your dealer base, your contractor base across the country. And the Metal Roofing Alliance has given us those relationships to pick up the phone and call one of my competitors and say, hey, can we talk about this? I'm running into this particular code issue. Have you guys run into it? How can we address this? What can we do about this? So from a manufacturer standpoint, the Metal Roofing Alliance is about a lot more than just creating the consumer interest out there.
If you're in the industry and you have an interest in growing the metal roofing market, the place to be is the Metal Roofing Alliance. It's the one voice to the customer that expresses why we want metal roofs on homes. So come with us. Come help us do that.
There's a huge opportunity in the market, and we can all do more together as a team than if we try to do it on our own. Metal is the second largest product that's installed on roofing, but it's still way, way behind the largest product, and it's going to be hard for us to do that if we're not really unifying our efforts to be a stronger group.
I would tell other people to join the MRA, whether they're a contractor, an installer, or a manufacturer, just to get your product out there more. In my opinion, the more people that see metal on residential applications, the more that get comfortable with it and can see themselves doing it on their home. And so it's been a benefit for us to be a member, and I don't see why other contractors wouldn't do the same, because you get good quality leads and a wealth of information for the homeowners.
We are very bullish on residential metal roofing. We just see so many more consumers putting metal on their houses, and part of that is because consumers these days are recognizing the many benefits of metal and want it on their house. And what we really see today that's very exciting, we may see one metal roof go into a neighborhood, and all of a sudden their neighbors see it, or somebody drives down the street and sees it, and they want a metal roof too. You know, I have a metal roof on my house, and I actually have people knock on my door and want to know where they got their metal roof, and I can help them.
So I think if you look at the past several years, metal roofing's been the fastest growing segment of the roofing industry. I don't see anything that would cause that not to continue. When you look at the features and benefits, as well as the relative cost position that you get from metal, you're really getting a roof that's going to last a lifetime. It's the last roof that a homeowner's ever going to have to put on. I think that's appealing to a lot of folks now. People are looking for maintenance-free living. They don't want to have to worry about having to replace their roof 15, 20 years down the line because of either damage or because it's worn out. And I think that's going to continue to be a catalyst to drive the industry growth.
If you look at some of the laws that have been considered being passed, particularly in Florida, where they were going to require new structures being built as of a certain date having metal roofing on it. If you look at the fires that have occurred out in the western part of the country, you know, homes and structures that have metal roof have a tendency to survive those fires. So I think there's going to be a big impact from legislation like that that'll grow the market itself and make people more aware of metal roofing.
I think that every time we have a major catastrophe, and we've seen a lot of major weather events the last several years, whether it was hurricanes or hailstorms or firestorms, it always seems like one of the stories that comes out of those is, look at the roofs that performed. And almost always those are metal roofs. I think for years we thought of roofing as being something, well, yeah, I've got to redo it every 12 years, or I'm going to have to replace my shingle roof every 15 years. But with a metal roof, it doesn't have to be that way. We really can be a permanent, lasting investment in that home that raises home value, keeps homeowners from having to worry about maintenance.
Where the business is going is growth, is growing that market, and we do see a continued increase in demand for metal roof because of the benefits of the metal roof, the longevity of that metal roof, the durability of that metal roof, the aesthetics of that metal roof that you really can't get with any other product. So I think we see a tremendous opportunity for that market to grow over the next decade. I think we're at the most exciting time that I can remember and talking with people that they can remember about the MRA. And the reason for that is we have new direction. We have new tools. We have new relationships with firms that are bringing creative approaches into our business that we just frankly didn't have before. We're able to be more responsive to our customers, the roofing contractors, who are the reason that we're here in the first place. And so we're getting some positive feedback there that we're headed in the right direction. So I'm excited because I see not only are we making the changes that we need to make, but we're just getting started. So I think 2019 and 2020 are going to be great years for the MRA, and I think all of us are really looking forward to it.
There's a want and a need for other alternative products. It's out there. Asphalt has always kind of been the go-to product, but as we see kind of the way the weather patterns are today, things happening, consumers are tired of having to constantly replace roofing, and they're looking for better alternatives, and metal is probably one of the best options that they have.
The future for the metal roofing industry is very bright, in my opinion. Our growth every year is exponential. More and more people are getting fed up with different problems that they've had with roofing solutions, and metal is a long-lasting alternative that people do once and not have to deal with again.